The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut. Man, how you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks. Welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. I'm your host, Darrell Martin, right here on TFNN. You can check us out live on Tiger TV at TFNN.com. You can also check us out on your mobile phone at TFNN.mobi and live inside the e-signal platform. Let's go ahead and check out the S&P. We got the S&P is down 7 points right now. We got the Russell down almost 7 as well. We got NASDAQ currently down 17 points. And the Dow's positive right now, up 7 points on the day. We're going over at copper. Copper's down 1.5%. We got gold is currently just down $1.30, not down that much, pretty flat right now. We got silver is down quite a bit. It's down a little over 1% at the moment. We got oil. Oil is up 44 cents, up over 0.5%. Natural gas is flying up 2.5% on the day. Big mover as always. Check it out, corn and soybeans. Corn is down 2% on the day, down 7 points. Soybeans down 1.5%. Down 15 points on soybeans, almost 16 points right now. We're going over at the pound dollar. Pound dollar is currently up 26 pips. Euro pound's up 32. We're going over at the euro dollar. It is up 68 pips with the euro. I got the euro pound already up 32. Dollar franc is down 52 pips. US yen is also down 52 pips. We got the euro yen up 29. Aussie yen up 21. And the Aussie dollar is up 55 after all their monetary policy statements last night. We got over at the dollar index. Dollar index is slightly negative on the day, down about 1/3%. We got the bonds up about 1/3% on the day. That's your daily lunchtime market wrap. Let's go ahead and look at what we got on our news calendar for today and for tomorrow coming up this week. All right, so catching you up. And let me just pull up just a basic, easy chart just to review the news real quick. And let me get that going. Pull up a new chart on over here. We'll keep this one, like I said, really simple. I'll just go up. I'll pull up euro dollar first. Let's do a simple 5-minute chart. And let's see what we got over here that I can use. What are these? If not, I'll just add the stuff on. There we go. Okay, so that'll help me load that chart up. Once that's up, then we can review what news we had last night. So today being November 4th and looking at, we had a few trades popping up last night. We were looking at the Aussie, and it had a pretty big move, much larger than expected. It had its retail sales report, 6 to 8. So we'll look at that one first. And so going on over here, first we're looking at that report and coming on out at 6. Right here and going to 8 o'clock. It popped down right there, but came on back up. Take that to the 8 o'clock expiration, and we get about 18 pips. Not bad. We were looking for 30. So nice, profitable news trade right there. We had another one we were looking at. That was the Aussie retail sales and trade balance. So again, that one was positive. We also had the Aussie dollar cash rate report. This one was coming out at 10:30. We're going to get, obviously, more premium on that trade. Hopping on in the trade again at 6, but holding this one this time to 11 o'clock. Had another pop right on up there. And, again, a little bit more than we usually get out of it. But it moved on up, and it moved 36 pips. We were looking for 35, so basically right at break even. That big draw down, big push back up, those two combined actually helped us out on that trade. And we were open for like 35 or less. We got 36, so, lose a pip. Depending upon your exact feel, you may have made a pip, lost a pip, broke even on that trade. And then we also had the pound construction PMI come out last night. So let's go look on over at that one, pull up the pound dollar. And with the pound dollar, let's see, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And so if I go track that, and we'll check that 11 p.m. right in here, and then taking that on to 7 a.m. And how do we do on that? We're usually good for a pretty neutral trade there. Just want to get it right to the right point for us. All right. So on that trade, basically had a 1 pip variance, a full profit, looking for 30 pips or more. We got that, and trade worked out perfectly. And that was on the pound construction PMI last night, doing an iron condor, buying the spread below the market and selling the spread above the market. Also, if we hop over to the dollar CAD, we had a CAD trade balance report come out this morning at 8:30. It had a little bit big of a pop, but still, checking that out. Let's go look at it. And we're starting off at 8 a.m. All these trades called out yesterday for you. So, and then tracking that to 10 a.m. And between open and the close there, so let's pull it back till we get it right on the right bar. One more bar down. There we go. We had a 9-pip move. We were expecting at most a 30-pip move. It stayed within that 30-pip move, so therefore we got 21-pip profit on the trade. Not too bad at all. And just another sweet and easy iron condor. Easy would have got filled on that pop up and back down if legging into the trade. All right, so that wraps up the big news for the morning time, all the trade reports that we had that I went over with yesterday. We had Halifax report, Spanish unemployment change, Euro economic all come out. And New Zealand had their GDP price index along with U.S. trade balance and U.S. factory orders. So Bank of Canada, his governor came on out. He made a small speech. Obviously, as you can tell, didn't really rocket the markets too much. Didn't come out till 10:30. It was already up a deviation on the day. And, rolling into tonight, what do we got on the list that you need to be ready for? So let's go through that. This evening, the yen is going to be having a variety of announcements come on out. They're having their average cash earnings come out this evening at 8:30. So be aware of that. Then China will be releasing their CNY HSBC Services PMI report. They'll come out at 8:45. That usually does have an impact on the yen and the Aussie. And then the Bank of Japan Governor Kurata is going to be coming out and doing a little speech at 9:30. Not as big as the ones before, but nevertheless still a speech. Let me look up what is he talking about. I want to say it was more of a general conversation over here. So you can hop on and like Forex Factory or whatever, you can see what the details are about. What is he talking? Speaking at the Kisugaru Kai meeting in Tokyo. So it should not be any kind of earth-shattering news, but nevertheless, he's still talking, and obviously the yen has been rocking around. So if he does say something that surprises the market, then that could cause some definite movement. What about actual news trades we can use here? We got the franc CPI coming on out. So on the franc CPI at 315 right there, we're looking for an entry at 11 p.m. for a 7 a.m. expiration. And so 11 p.m. tonight for 7 a.m. expiration, we're looking for $25 or more. So it's a minimum profit, and combining the lower spread max profit plus the upper spread max profit that we're selling, putting those two together, buying the lower one, selling the upper one, and making sure that the max profits equal $25 or more on that neutral trade. We also got a pound services PMI coming on out at 4:30. Same thing, entering at 11 for a 7 a.m. expiration. On this one, we want at least $30. We're expecting at least a 30 pip or less move on the trade. And then going on into the euro retail sales, we got a euro dollar one that we can do as well. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Pretty flat night. Looking for a 25 pip minimum move between 11 and 7 a.m. So also not looking for a whole lot of volatility there on the pound or the euro this evening. As far as a couple other things to be aware of, Euro Spanish Services PMI will be coming out at 315, and the Italian Services PMI will be coming out at 345. Should not have any kind of major impact unless there was some big, shocking statement that happened when they come out. What else do we got? Well, tomorrow morning we're going to have the U.S. ADP NFP report. Now, this is ADP, not the official one, okay? It can affect the markets. The markets might be a little more jittery towards it. But overall, usually, as far as FX is concerned, it's usually not a big market mover. We're looking for an entry at 9 a.m. for an 11 a.m. expiration for a minimum profit of $30 on the trade. And then following up after that, we got the U.S. ISM non-manufacturing PMI. That's going to be released at 10 a.m. And so, again, on euro dollar, looking for another iron condor, entering at 10 a.m. for a 12 p.m. expiration. Looking for a $25 minimum profit on that trade. We're going to have the U.S. FOMC member Cachalarcada. I don't know. Whatever I did on that, I probably butchered that name. I'm sorry. But speaking at 9:15 in the morning, we also have weekly oil inventories coming out at 10:30. Could be a good opportunity for spike strikers or ranger strangle trades, just depending upon what the exact ranges are on oil for the day. And while we're talking about that, let's go ahead and bring up oil and see what kind of expected move we have tomorrow. We'll walk right into that. We do have some additional earnings releases coming out tomorrow. We got Qualcomm's going to be releasing on the Dow at 4 o'clock. Okay, so QCOM, they're going to come on out at 4 p.m. is when the wire release is usually released on Qualcomm. And again, that's a major component of the Dow. All right, so doing a little export on, we need to add in our expected ranges here 1 second. So let me figure out what the expected movement is that we have over here on oil for the 10 to 11 o'clock time frame tomorrow when the oil inventory report does come out. And there we go. Okay, so exporting the expected ranges. And then scrolling on down, looking at Wednesday. 10 to 11 on Wednesday, working at 81 pips, about 50 pips the hour before, 70 pips the hour after, about 80 pips, 81 pips to be precise on the expected hourly move when expected range comes out. So you can look for an iron condor on that. You could look for potentially a really cheap strangle on it. Okay, it comes out right in the middle there at 10:30. So just keep your eye out for that. That's a definite possible trade for you to have on the books for tomorrow. Oil moving down pretty solid, already down 1 deviation, going into 1.5 deviations on the day, and sort of sitting right down there at this very moment. Let's go ahead and let's dive into what other news we got left on the docket for tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, we're going to have the yen monetary policy meeting in minutes. That is going to be important, especially after all the recent changes. Then we'll go into the Aussie dollar employment change report. And, I'll come back around the end of the show if we got time. And what we'll do is we'll wrap up the news for the rest of the week for you, because we do have some big stuff coming out with some interest rates and NFP and employment rates and stuff like that coming out of Canada and the U.S. later this week. All right, we're on oil, so since we're there, let's go ahead and bring that one up and check it out. So looking at the day trading plans for today, we had a sell over here to go in and go short, right up there at 76.45. Let me make that a little bit easier to see. I can increase the font on the size, make it easier to read. Go right in here. Hit apply. Okay, there we go. So we had a short at 76.80, and we'll walk on through it step by step when we get back right after this break. Stay right there.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Check it on out where we're at in the markets right now. And by the way, stay corrected. The Dow, Qualcomm is in the Nasdaq 100, not in the Dow. So I don't know if maybe I thought it should be, or it was, or whatever, or maybe it's just a typo. That's all I got. Not quite sure which one I messed up on there, but I really could have thought it was in there, but obviously I was incorrect. So, but it is in the Nasdaq 100. So, okay. So I'll just update that on my which indice it impacts there. Let's see here. Going on over, looking at this. I just want to update my notes so I don't forget. Let's see, in Nasdaq 100. There we go. Okay. And, all right, so checking everything out, looking at where we're at on the oil plan. We had an entry today right there at 77.20. Happened right as it goes out in the morning. Looking for a target on up to 77.60. We go up, boom, hit that, take that profit. Comes on back down. Haven't got a reset for a re-entry. Does come on down, hits, and goes short there at 76.80. Comes on down and hits our first target at 76.40. So making a nice little profit at 76.45. So making a nice little profit of 35 pips right there. Does not reset. How do I define a reset? It has to have a bar that closes with a low above the entry price if it's a sell, or a close with a high above the entry price if it's a buy. So see, we've reset the buy. We have not reset the sell. Would have been nice because could have been another second entry. Didn't quite get that one. but it keeps me out of a lot of bad trades too overall. Hopping on over here, hops on up, haven't got in yet, but we reset for the buy, boom, we go in, we grab that one, and grab a quick 40 ticks on up there to 77.60, comes on back down, it's reset, able to go short, breaks that hair just by a tick, able to stay in and grab another 35 pips on the way down. Hasn't reset, pulled back up, did come on back down, but again, has not reset yet. So that's the 4 trades today, 240 pips, 235 pips. That gives us 80 plus 70, so giving us 30 pips. So that total on the day. And if I'm doing my math right, which I'm probably not, 140 pips. And so 35 plus 40. Yeah, that ought to be 70 plus 80, and that's 40. I can't even do any math today. I just go ahead and use my calculators, and it makes life a whole lot easier. Anyways, but 150. Okay, let's just keep rising. 150. I'll take 150, 160, 170, whatever number you want to give me, as long as it keeps going up. But anyways, the plan worked well. That's the bottom line, and I'm glad that they're doing so well overall. Going in and checking out a few other markets. We were on the euro, so let's go ahead and pull the euro on up, look at it, and see how it's going. And we had a long, went ahead, it broke out right out of the gate in the morning, went in here and moving on up. I got the wrong one there, but right here, going in, buying at 2,500, taking that to 25.28, and goes up tops right there, pulls on back. Would have been nice to give us another entry, doesn't give us one, but does keep going. If you trailed, it's nice, at least it did hit target 2. We had an entry to go short on 2A. That one popped against us a little bit, unfortunately. So on that short trade right there, 1, 2, 3, and moved on up. And basically 1, 2, 3 hit the stop loss on that one. And then had a small stop on the first one right there. So looking to go short, though. Again, we got another re-entry heading on down south at the moment for a short entry. And so it looks like this may be our next opportunity to move on down. For target entering at 25.40 with the target back down to 25.10 is the setup we have on the table at the moment. Putting the stop loss up at 25.70 on that trade. And so we got in here, we got out on this trade. This one, they don't all work, but just keep that risk management check. You can trade through them. Sometimes you catch them all, sometimes you catch a few. But in the end, if they can at least balance out and you can catch a few good ones, then that's a win in my book. So break even and profit, there. So we'll see if we get down and we get this other one to work for us as well. But we did get sort of smacked on a couple of those first thing out of the gate. They just went right up and right back down and just reversed on us. All right, so we got another short setup coming on up right over here. And we'll see if that one moves down to 25.10 or not. We got 3 bars to make sure it 3 following bars have to close below that bar, or the second bar after this bar right here has to close below it, or we're out of the trade. So we'll see how that one ends on up. The euro dollar for us, hopping on over to the pound dollar. Seeing where we're at on the pound dollar. Pretty much a no man's land on the pound dollar right now. And so let's see here. All right, we'll be right back after this break. Stay right there.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, we're going back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so we're checking some things out right here, looking at where the market's at. Pound dollar is pretty much stuck in a range-bound area right now. We got the markets really slowing down on their volume, but we'll see how they end on up. So anyway, I got the pound dollar right there. Let's go ahead and let's check out the dollar yen, see how it's doing on the setups and layouts for the week. Right now, it's also pretty much just inside of a range for what we got. We do have a short down at 113, but yen is deciding to breathe at the moment. Also going to buy up at 114.20. So it's just sitting in that flat little area right now, not doing much of anything. But we knocked it out of the park out of the last couple days there. Let's go ahead and check out our indices. We got the S&P. Look at that. Had a nice short this morning. Stop losses up here. It hopped in. Would have got out just because we really didn't have a good confirmation on momentum. Came on back down. We finally did get confirmation on that. And so you had several potential entries. Yeah, this entry right here. And then you even had a reset with another entry right there. And another reset with another entry right there. So you had multiple opportunities to be able to take advantage of that trade. If you were trading up at, 5 o'clock in the morning, then you would have hopped in and out of the trade like, point and a half later, waiting on just a good setup on that. But we did well, captured some movement with about 5 points right there on that trade, $250 on those trades. And each one of those resetting right there, so giving us some good setups. And came on down. Didn't really get a setup on this one. It did bounce off. I know some traders are a little more aggressive. They go for that. I tend to make sure I got a really low-risk trade and enjoy my profits versus giving them back, especially on the lower volume that we experience later in the day. Anyway, so that's the S&P wrap. Hopping on over and checking out the Russell. So right over here on the Russell, pulling that one up. And Russell's just sort of just moving around on us again, sort of getting a similar day. But it's how we've had in the past. Lots of just choppiness right here. We got this sell in, out of the trade. We got another sell. Did break down, so we're actually waiting on that. Got a buy. I mean, let me zoom in, make it a little easier to see. Sometimes it can be a little harder to see everything with it all being squished together. But all right, so first thing out of the gate, boom, 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 it does break up. It does come on down on that entry and that long. We had a nice looking long entry, but it just could not maintain and hold that movement. Turned around, came on down. We also did have some shorts, fortunately, though, that came on down. That one went on down, took a profit right there. Came on back up. Again, it'd be an aggressive entry, not a conservative entry. I like to wait on the resets. But for the aggressive traders out there, I know I got some of them. They hop on in. Or if you get a nice hedge, then that could definitely be worth it. Like if you're risking a point or two, then that could definitely be worth it as well if you can get the right spread in the right spot. Even, out of the money binaries, could be another option as well. But anyway, so we go when we break this, and then those bars do come on up, and so we sort of caught that one, and just at the wrong point, and it goes on down and hits that stop. So that one did not work out as well for us, but at least we got some other trades to balance it out, and the day is not over yet. Notice we also had an entry to go long right here, so on that entry long, we caught that long trade on the way back up, and came on down, and again, we have a potential aggressive entry long, but again, it has not reset, so again, this would be a potential one to go on back up. So one losing trade right there out of the gate, but then set a couple more, up to 3 already. 2 on a regular method, 1 on conservative, another potential conservative entry right now, so not doing too shabby on the Russell this morning. With at least, like I said, on just regular normal entries, 2 profits, 1 loss, pretty balanced out on the risk reward there, net profitable. And going in, looking at, let's see, what else do we got? I think I've covered most of them. We covered oil there on the December future contract. Yeah, we got that one covered, so 4 profitable trades. And so move down, had it reset to get that one. Again, aggressive, that's, one of those things. If you like those aggressives, they're there, but sometimes they catch you, sometimes they make you more, sometimes they lose. I don't like it. Feels more like a 50-50 on an aggressive trade to me. Going on in and looking at what else do we have? Gold. I think gold was the last one maybe on the list that we haven't drilled down and looked at this morning. Seeing how gold's been doing. Gold just sort of stuck in no man's land, nothing happening at the moment, so not a whole lot going on right there that we can, use for today. Okay, so let's see here. That pretty much wraps up our day trading plans. Going in and looking at just movements on the day as well, our deviation levels. I publish those each and every day inside the scanner there for you. And we go in and look at the Aussie dollar and moving on up. And let me add on. Let me clean up a couple things. I'll pull these off for the moment. And we'll add on the deviation indicator so we can check it all out. All right, so we got the Aussie dollar, and running on up does hit a 1 deviation move right there. So from high to low, actually exceeds that a little bit, and then comes on back down, sitting up at 1 deviation at the moment. We got the Aussie yen also moving pretty good. Looking over the Aussie yen, it ran up. And a little bit earlier in the day, we had a nice run up from the low here because it came down and shot up in the evening hours and gave us, a nice move, but overall hasn't hit a official deviation move. And let's see, we've got up to about 85% of a deviation high to low, and that's where we're sitting at the moment on the Aussie yen. Going into the euro pound, seeing where we're at on the euro pound at the moment, we're looking at some nice movement. It ran up right to, as you can see, right to 1 deviation there on the chart and nailed it right there. So popped around, moved right back up and hit it right to the 1 deviation, bouncing on down, sitting at 0.7 deviations right now. These levels really, really help you have a good idea of where the market's going to stop moving for the day. And so, possibly turn around so you can use those important levels of support and resistance in doing your trades. We got about a 75% of the expected move right now on the euro yen for the day on the deviations. And going on into the euro dollar. And again, these market be contained within these most of the time. We see market moving up to one deviation right there. And literally pretty much to the tick. And from high to low, because it popped up a little bit, moved on up. So I guess we got a few ticks above that, but right there, just above one deviation on that trade. But then going in and looking at the pound yen, and on the pound yen, looking at our deviation moves on the day, how do we do? We haven't done a deviation review in quite a while. Came on down from the close there, moving on down, down, down. So settling out here at 5 o'clock, and then moving down right to a one deviation move of 181.07. And pretty much just nailing the deviation there at 93% of an expected move on the day from high to low. Going in and let's see here. What do we got on the pound dollar as far as deviation moves for the day? On the pound dollar right now, we have moved, only 57% of the expected move on the day. So really a flat day on the pound. We saw that as well in our day trading plan there. Check it out, the dollar CAD. Dollar CAD currently ran up with all this news and everything up to a one deviation, backed off, and sitting right now bouncing between 0.5 and 0.7. But a deviation move up to 14.15. I hope you see the pattern here, how this can help you in your trading, knowing these expected movements, when to tighten stops, when to look for reversals, when to not add in additional entries. Things like that can all add up to really help you out quite a bit. Whenever I don't care what system it is that you're trading, having these can be a massive game changer for you. Looking on over at the dollar freight, comes down right to one deviation level and then bounces back up and goes pretty much flat on the day. Again, an area where you don't want to add shorts, where you want to tighten your stops, where you might look for a potential reversal. The dollar yen, that'll wrap up the last of our currency pairs that I go through and I track on a daily basis. And that one moved on down. We got pretty close, but not all the way down to one deviation. It started heading down pretty solid there last night. And it actually went a little bit more than 0.65. I got to check that out there because I just noticed that. But anyways, moved on down to one deviation right there on the low. And I want to grab a quick screenshot, just noticing something. So, but anyway, so yeah, moving pretty much down to the one deviation expected to move from the 5 o'clock hour. And, anyways, beautiful thing. Okay. So what else do we have here? We got to go to dollar yen, and I'm looking at now let's go ahead and check out oil on its deviation move. I'm just going down here alphabetically on my list and checking out where we're at on all of our deviation moves. Because when you are aware of these deviation moves, they can be useful for other potential trades. So oil coming on down, popping back up right there, and as you can see, came on down, broke through one deviation pretty heavily. Did a little bit of a pop back up between -1 and 0.7, came up back down to -1 and -1.5, and now oscillating down. Looks like it's coming on down back to -1.5 at the moment, using that as a major support line. With oil, go on ahead and we can check out the dollar index. See where the dollar index is at on its deviation move for the day. And let's see here. Dollar index moved down, broke through one deviation. Actually went on down to 1.5 deviations for the day. Go ahead and check it out, the S&P and its deviation movement. Basically, let's see, right down there to 0.7, but 90% actually from high to low, 90% of expected movement has taken place. So that's just something to be aware of there. We've already made most of the expected move, probably not expecting it to be much lower than it already has on the day. Let's see, rolling on around, checking out the DAX. See where we're sitting at right now on the FDAX there in Germany. And it's been a fun thing to trade lately. It's moving on down, 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 moved right down to a one deviation move on the day. It's a beautiful thing. So right when you have a good idea of where to stop those shorts and tighten up those stops on your short trades and look for potential long bounces like there as you see between the -1 and 0.7 coming on right back up. So lots of easy, simple little trades you can make out of using these levels due to their accuracy. They're not made out of previous day's movement. They're made out of expected movement, out of implied volatility, which is the expected movement priced into an option. That's why they're so accurate day after day. Gold having a lot of expected movement built in from massive moves it's had in previous days. Pretty quiet today overall. However, we can hop on over, check out, copper and silver. Look at where they're sitting at right now. A little bit more movement in a couple of those markets. Copper right now is sitting down at 2 deviations, and it's had a beautiful drop right there. Check out that drop right there in copper. I mean, that was just perfect. A perfect downtrend. I mean, it was setting up. It came on down, and then it broke, and then it literally was nice. The setup, it gave you a couple bars to get on in after the break of that low there. Gave you a couple bars to get ready, hop in the trade right before it decided to go ahead and go down south all the way down to a 2 deviation drop where it just bounced right there between 1.5 and 2. And if you missed that bottom mark, it bounced back up and even give you another chance to take those profits, but also again give you a couple of nice reversal trades in the process. Looking on over at, I guess we're on the metals topic. Let's go ahead and hop on over to silver. On silver, I'll pull that one up. Let's see where we're at because I know we had a nice move right there on silver. It came on down from the settlement time here back there, and as it dropped on down to 0.7, we had about a little over a, not quite near a deviation move from high to low there, but down to about 0.7 deviations at the moment. And it's sort of oscillating at that point. It looks like it's not really wanting to break too much further down than it already has on the day. And all right, so that's silver. That wraps up the metals markets for us. Hopping over, we can check out. Let's see if it'll load. I think I got the data feed in here. Let me see if it pops on up or not. If it doesn't, we'll roll on over. I don't know if I have it on. Yep, I have it on this computer. That's good. Okay, so looking over at the Nikkei, it pops on up. We get a 1 deviation move from low to high on the day. It moves up a little bit over that, actually, about 140% of a deviation move, but bouncing up and down right in between those levels, right at 0.5, comes up to 0.5, stretches to 0.7, falls on back down, stretches back at 0.5, which is a deviation high to low move on the day. On the Nikkei 225 there. All right, that wraps up that indice going in. And like I said, just haven't ran through these in quite a while. So I'm trying to let you just see, how they've actually done. And this is current day. This indice showing you, I mean, you've seen them historically. You can see them historically. But just to show you how are they doing today. Obviously it's been a little bit different of a day. We got the Russell right now. It's moved 82% of a deviation. It's just sort of zigzagging right off that. And that's been a good setup for us right there. And seen several decent, nice trades in that process. And let's see, with the Russell wrapped up, we go ahead and check out the Dow. Dow right now is a little bit different story there. Pretty flat compared to the other indices. We haven't really broke into either level, just oscillating around. And typing on in to Russell, Dow, we'll look at the FTSE here. Pull that on up. Check out with the FTSE 100 there out of London and see how it's performing. Takes it a second to load on up. Came on down. We definitely got it. We moved up 0.5 down to negative 0.5, a little bit past 0.7. Actually, so a little bit over a deviation move, high to low in the day. Bounces right off that. And day after day, getting those deviation moves. Learn how to use them. They can really be a massive tool to help you. One of the biggest missing tools is statistics, and it makes statistics easy. All right, we'll be back right after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of of shorting and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, we last left off checking out the FTSE, how it moved on down. It's moved down a little over a deviation, bounced right off of that. We're just doing some deviation market wraps, going through each and every one of them for you, and you see how they performed across the board on multiple markets today. Let's go ahead and check out some of our ag markets. We got corn right now. It's sitting down right at the 1 deviation mark. Again, I post these levels each evening at 8:30. Going on in, looking at soybeans. And so corn moving down 1 deviation, and soybeans having a pretty big down move today, too. That big down move was priced into the market, sitting right down there at a -1 deviation level. So not a surprise to those of you who have these statistical-based deviation levels. Again, one of the biggest things I see missing in most traders' arsenals is a proper objective expectation of market movement. Looking on over at the bonds, let's see where they're sitting at today. And pulling up ZB here. Once it gets loaded on up, we'll see. I moved up 1. Actually, both broke above 1.5. It fell right on back down, a 1 deviation retracement from the high, 1.5 down to 1.5, and then back from 0.5 up to 1.5. So a nice move there on ZB, and we can even check out ZN on it, see where that's at the moment. And let that load on up. Once that gets on up there, that will wrap up our deviation levels And it popped up to 1 and basically oscillated there for quite a while, then had just a little jump to 1.5 before retracing on back down. But one deviation basically really helping us mark that, consistent high of the day, besides just having that one little candle that popped on up there for the day. All right, that wraps everything up. The last piece is going in, just letting you know what news we got left for the rest of the week. Well, we got Aussie unemployment claims. I already talked about Dow. Qualcomm there, which is in the Nasdaq, and so got that going. All right, and then let's see, what else do we have? We got we talked about tonight. We got you all set up. We got tomorrow set up. Tomorrow evening, we're gonna have the Aussie dollar employment report come on out. We'll be looking for an iron condor on that one. We got pound manufacturing. PMI, that will be coming out. We'll be doing it overnight, iron condor there. We'll also have their asset purchase facility and bank rate vote coming out in the morning. Makes for an early 6 to 8 a.m. trade. And then we'll be followed up with that's their rate statement, everything, so bits of the pound rate statement. We'll have the euro minimum bid rate coming on out. We already had a change in that recently with a big shock that they did. Don't expect to see any kind of big news there. Looking for a neutral trade on that. And then let me see, are they doing a press conference? And on Thursday, MPC, minimum bid rate. Yeah, the ECB press conference. Let's see here, ECB press conference. We'll be looking for a straddle probably on that one. And I'll make sure I add that one into my plan there. We got the CAD building permits as well coming out, neutral trade. At the press conference, that usually is a nice strangle trade. Usually it does break out pretty far. It's a pretty active time whenever that release happens. Going in, we got the U.S. preliminary non-farm productive area and preliminary unit labor cost report coming on out. We'll then have unemployment claims. Busy morning. CAD IV PMI coming out at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Pound nicer. Then we're going to weekly natural gas inventories coming out on Thursday. FOMC member Mester is going to be having a speech. And that'll catch you up through Thursday evening. We'll get the details for you for the trades tomorrow for the day after. We'll get all those details together. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you right here on the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Thank you.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. You're watching Tiger TV.